Hello, Bear Nation. This is the Bear With Me podcast with AP and KP. And as always, go Bears! We have another special guest. This is the second episode of season 5. Which we only had. We had 2 episodes in season 4.
Yep.
So we've already matched that.
We've matched it.
Yeah. We have a special guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, Bear Nation. I'm Rick Johnson.
All right. Hey. We got Rick Johnson in the house, and we're glad to have you here. Thanks for being on here.
Thanks for having me.
Mr. Middleton tried to give us just some shenanigans about not being able to come on, but we'll have him on one day.
Gets mad all the time he's not on.
He thinks it's our fault. I don't know.
I don't think it is.
We've offered the.
I think he should give us time. Mm-hmm. His time.
Mm-hmm. Next time. All right, Rick, if you just want to just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here to MC, and we'll go from there.
So this is my 3rd year at Monroe Central. I teach 7th grade science and 8th grade health. Again, going into my 3rd year of teaching. My first year here, I also coached the 7th and 8th grade volleyball team. Didn't coach last year, kind of took a year off from that, and now I'm moving in as the new head varsity volleyball coach for the Bears, it's been an exciting summer.
Yes.
Been an exciting summer working with them and getting ready for the upcoming season. Prior to here, I taught it was almost 7 years at Pendleton Heights Middle School, and I'd done some coaching of volleyball there, not only junior high, but as a varsity assistant. And I've been around the sport of volleyball my whole life. I mean, it started for me when I was in 2nd grade. I started line judging in the 2nd grade because my sister was playing. And
That's awesome.
Yeah. And from there, it went on. I played Munciana boys volleyball myself. And again, it's just been a big part of my life. So I'm getting to teach and coach. It's kind of the ultimate dream.
That's awesome.
The dream.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where did you go to high school again, Rick?
Daleville.
That's right. Because you had our Uncle David, right?
Yeah.
David Parks.
I did.
Yep.
He was one of my teachers.
Great Uncle David.
Well, the guy.
Brother David,
if you will.
If you will. So you've been in Muncie this whole time, right?
Yes.
Living wise.
Yep.
Okay. So Pendleton Heights, and then here. What brought you here?
Well, so oddly enough, I was getting to that point where driving from Muncie to Pendleton, 26 miles one way, spending a lot of time on the road. If I was doing anything extracurricular, I couldn't come home.
So you'd have to stay.
Stay. Yeah. And so there was that interest to get me back closer to home. And then, oddly enough, the former assistant principal here, Nick Reagan, I taught with his wife, Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
yes, that's right.
So I had a bit of a connection in terms of knowing him and knowing that he was here. And then he clued me in that there might be a science opening, and I went after it.
Heck yeah.
And here we are today.
Yep.
This is starting year 3, correct?
Yes, year 3 for me.
Year 3, baby. Well, how would you, I guess, I know there's different things, but how would you compare MC to Pendleton?
Well, this
different demographic and stuff too, but
much smaller
size-wise. Yeah.
Well, for me, going to Daleville, I graduated in a class of only 39 people. So I grew up. I grew up in a very small school-oriented setting. Teaching at Pendleton, way different. When I was there, it was a very large school. I mean, I loved it, but I taught, 6 sections of 7th grade science. I had about 170, 180 students a day, and that was only half of the 7th grade.
Goodness gracious.
So
that's insane.
Yes.
How many do they graduate over there?
I think it's over 300 per class, somewhere between 3 and 4 per class.
That's a couple grades here combined.
Yes. So coming here, it was like, oh, this is like when I was in school and being in that close-knit, everyone knows everyone, teaching in the junior, senior high, whereas at Pendleton, it was strictly 7th and 8th grade middle school. Yeah. Whereas when I went to Daleville, it was 7 through 12. So it was a lot like being back to what I knew.
Back home. Right?
Yes, yes.
Well, we're glad to have you, Rick. I'm very glad you're at MC and on the podcast. But,
yeah, exactly.
The upcoming volleyball season, if you want to just kind of hit on that and kind of, I guess, what you got going on, what the goals are, and go from there.
Well, certainly we want to strive to really improve this year. Our goals are kind of back to the basics. We got to really work on the fundamentals. Like I said, everyone in volleyball loves to watch someone kill the ball, loves to watch a good, strong attack. And I said, yeah, I love that just as much as anyone else. But, we can't get there if we can't make a good pass, or if we can't have a good set. We're
Go
not
back
gonna,
to
yes.
Get the pass and the set first.
So we're building on a lot of those fundamentals. Of course, that's, with me being the new head coach, we've got some coaching changes all the way around with the volleyball program. We've got the new varsity assistant, Donnie Flick, is with me. He's got quite a bit of volleyball experience, coaches Wave. So lots and lots of experience from him. Our junior high is having a change. 7th grade, we've got Kim Grove, and 8th grade, Derek Sims coming in. Both are going to be great additions to the program. And then I believe I was also told that we have a new 6th grade coach as well. So I'm excited to meet that person, and we're going to work together as an entire program. We're going to come together, kind of understand and share each other's coaching philosophy, what the vision is for the program, where we want to take it, and we're going to take it 1 year at a time. Of course, we're going back to 1A.
Yep.
So
let's get a little.
Is that on all sports?
All sports.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll see some new opponents. Our sectional will look different. We get to host the sectional here this year.
Awesome.
So no, I'm really excited. I'll tell you, the girls have worked really hard this summer. They've put in the time. No air conditioning, and it's been an extremely hot gym, but they haven't let that stop them.
Good.
They've worked hard, and we've already just this summer through our open gym seen a lot of improvement. So the next few weeks are going to be super exciting.
Good.
Awesome. Do you have quite a few girls?
Right now, I've had about 12 or 13 on or off throughout the summer.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's a good number.
And probably maybe pick up a couple
yeah,
more.
a little bit more
as we get closer. Yeah.
Be
good.
When they can talk their
and-
friends into playing.
Yes. Yeah.
What all seniors you got on this team?
Oh, so I have Kaylee Swift and Sydney Patterson.
Only two?
Yes, just
okay.
the two.
Actually,
Just
this is a smaller
I forgot Sydney
athletic
played
class.
volleyball.
Yep.
So good.
Nice.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it in the fall. We do have to find a new voice of the Bears though, because Rick was our guy.
Well,
So he can't do both.
Basketball season, though.
Yes, basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
I'll,
And
still,
baseball.
I'll still be there.
And
Oh,
baseball.
well, yeah, I'm probably
Yeah.
baseball, too.
If you guys don't know, if you haven't been to boys basketball or baseball
Well, you
games,
could
I
hold
guess,
a mic while you're coaching.
Yeah, why not? Just mic me up.
multitask. Mute it. He's yelling. He's yelling.
quick.
I would need a mute button.
Yes. But
Absolutely.
He's been the voice of the Bears for baseball and boys basketball for the last 2 years.
Yes.
Since you got here, right? Yeah. So we're going to find we're going to send out an email sometime soon to the staff members to see if anybody wants to do that or ticket taking and stuff. But out in the audience, if you want to come do some announcing, let us know. We got to.
He pays real
figure it
well.
out. Yeah. Hey, we're going to have to get new girls basketball because Veach was the girls basketball announcer. So we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Everybody's moving on up.
Moving on up. Rick, have you always been a science teacher
Yes.
ever since you started?
Mm-hmm.
And what grade did you say?
I do 7th grade science and then 8th grade health, which is the high school health.
Okay. Gotcha.
They take that in 8th grade.
Nice.
So, and then I'm pretty excited too for the school year because I'm actually teaching a new class this year that's new to Monroe Central called Forensic Science. So it'll all be about crime scene solving, and the kids will get
Shoot,
to.
I'm gonna come take that class.
Yeah.
AP and I'll be in the back. All right. Mr. Johnson?
We're monitoring.
How did we get that?
So I did a little bit with forensic science when I was at Pendleton, and so that's where the idea started from. A unit that I would do there, and I looked into it a little more and found a curriculum that was designed so it'll be a rotating 9 weeks course for 7th graders.
Oh, cool.
And they'll get to do things like fingerprinting, blood typing, evidence collection,
That's
and
awesome.
it will lead to them having a mock crime scene to solve at the end of the class. So,
That's incredible. That's cool.
Can we be involved?
Yeah, I was just, I want to come.
Hey, during your lunch break, what period is it?
It is 7th period.
What is that? This? I don't need to see it. I don't know where the.
I want to say that it goes from like 1:30 till like 2.
Take a late lunch.
Yeah,
Late lunch.
late
So-
lunch.
he'll be here.
Just on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I can't come the rest of the week. But.
Well, sweet. So then what all other, is it just 7th grade science? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called, or?
So what I normally teach?
What you teach? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7th grade science, which is a collection of, in junior high science is basically giving them an intro to the high school sciences. So they'll do a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of biology, a little bit of earth science.
Kind of like an introduction.
I couldn't remember junior high. I couldn't remember what we did.
Yeah, it's an intro.
7th, Christine Burnett.
Brunette, yeah. Yeah.
Have you met Christine Burnett?
Oh, yeah. That's who I replaced as she retired.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
That's
so
right.
she and I got to work together as I was working on
She
moving
was
in.
here for, how long was she here for? Year. I mean,
40
it was
years.
40-some years, I think.
Because P. Hal was 43, and I think she was like 40.
Yeah, because they came around the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I still have lots and lots of her goodies, and I'll probably have them until I retire.
Do you do the Mimi?
I don't, but I still have that stuff.
Out there, I don't even know how many years she did it, but
the
Voyage of the Mimi.
The Voyage of the Mimi.
You know what we're talking about.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do they still do Holocaust, or did that leave when Proctor left?
I can't remember.
sure.
It'd be Smiley, I think,
Yeah.
that would do it.
I wasn't sure if
I'm not
anybody
100%.
did it.
We'll have to have her on the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. And if she doesn't, make her bring it back.
Yes.
Because that was
my favorite class.
My favorite class. Period.
Do you know
yeah.
Preston Proctor by chance?
No.
So he was
He's
US
that
history.
came up. It was like 5 years.
It's been a little bit over 5 years.
Yeah.
He's retired. He was here for his whole career too.
Yeah, he was here 40
probably
plus
40 or
years
41.
too, I think.
Legend. I have to meet him.
Same
sometime.
room,
And he
too.
used to coach track and did cross country for a small stint, I think. But anyways, Rick, what's your favorite thing to teach in being like science? And
Well,
everything?
I'm a biology major,
Gotcha.
so that's biology was where my concentration was. I was thinking I would be teaching high school biology when I first started out, but then as it worked out, I did take over for a high school biology teacher at Pendleton for a semester while they were gone. When that teacher came back, they got a hold of me and said, hey, we have a 7th grade science teacher that is leaving in the middle of the year. Would you at least finish out the year? Mm-hmm. And so I went and finished out the year and absolutely loved it. And so I've just stayed in junior high science, and but definitely biology, teaching the cells, DNA, genetics, that kind of stuff. That's my favorite.
Nice.
Yep.
It's his niche.
Yep.
Rick, have you always been a teacher, or did you do anything before?
Oh, no. Okay.
I feel like we had that conversation, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I've actually, I think this is year 9 total for me teaching. Prior to that, so I had done some sub-teaching over the years, but I had worked for almost, I think it was 11 years at the YOC in Muncie.
that's right.
I ran one of the programs there, got to supervise one of their programs, and I'll tell you, that was a great experience in life for me.
Was that kind of like teaching there too, or was it something different?
There, it was more helping coordinate for the kids that were placed there, getting them through the psychological testing. Okay. I would go to court and represent basically how their behavior was while there, and help make recommendations and things like that. Okay. But I'll tell you, I was told years ago because it was always my goal to be a teacher. Okay. And the human resource guy there told me in my interview, he said, if you will give YOC 1 year, I promise you, you will never have a problem with classroom management when you become a teacher.
That's very true.
And,
for sure.
I firmly believe, I was there a lot more than a year,
right.
But it definitely prepped me.
Yeah,
for the
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So.
These kids can be a little crazy, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, right.
especially junior high kids.
I was going to say, it's a special person teaching junior high.
That's what I've always said.
It's a fun age.
Yeah.
It is. And everyone, some people ask me, why in the world do you teach that? And that's a fun age.
Yeah.
They're making that transition.
It is.
Right? Yeah, they're fine. Yeah, it could be rough, but
it's
for the most part, it's not terrible, I don't think.
No.
You look up jokes before
I did.
this? Okay, we're going to go into the Craig Knuckles dad joke section, Rick.
I only got 3.
So Craig Knuckles, do you know Craig? He was our SRO. I don't know if he was here your first year or not.
I don't think so.
Okay. He's originally who started the Bear With Me podcast, so shout out to Craig.
Yep.
And so we have named this.
Craig on the podcast.
We do need to. We've named this the Craig Knuckles dad joke section because he was a big dad joke guy, and so we do that every podcast. So
okay,
here we go.
First one. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Felipe Flop.
That's pretty good.
I like that one. Who are the greenest presidents in U.S. history?
George Washington.
The bushes. What's Forrest Gump's password?
One Forrest One.
Good job. Oh, I hadn't heard that one. I like that one. But yeah, the bushes one
That was good.
and then the Felipe flop.
We did a
I
dad
hadn't
joke.
seen those.
The 3 for 1 band did a dad joke thing.
Yep.
I'm part of a band, Rick, if you didn't know. Played bass in.
Wow.
It's been a while, but
This is are we still a band?
yeah, we're still there. We're on Spotify. Rick, what do you like to do? What's your what kind of hobbies do you have? What's your favorite things to do outside of here?
I love to travel, but I don't get near enough time to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But I do enjoy traveling. I enjoy the outdoors. I'm definitely a spring, summer type person. I dread the winter and being cooped
A lot of
up.
people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's about it. I enjoy watching sports. I follow different sports teams.
Who do you follow?
Well, which sport are we talking? Baseball. We're there right now. I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan.
Okay,
All the
we're
way.
good. We're good.
Thank God.
Sorry, Cubs fans.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We're not sorry. We're not sorry at all.
When it comes football season, it's go Colts all the way. NBA, I'm a hometown guy. Pacers, WNBA, the Fever, and that's been exciting to watch.
Oh,
this year.
absolutely.
Very exciting.
Definitely.
And then college, IU.
Okay.
I'm an IU fan.
Okay.
So
Nice.
So screw all the Purdue fans that are listening. We're kind of, I feel like we're mixed in MC. I feel like there's IU and Purdue.
Oh, yeah.
It's a strong line.
It's
it always has
one
been.
or the other.
College wise, I've never really.
Adrian Moulton outside.
He's been on the podcast.
Yeah, he has.
There's a lot.
I think I listened to
ago?
that one.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Loyal listener to the podcast, unlike Avery Thomas.
Yeah, Avery Thomas. There he is. Oh, he looked in here. I was going to wave, and he looked away. Yeah, Avery Thomas doesn't.
We had her on, and we asked her if she ever listened to the podcast. She said no. We're like, well, she's probably not going to listen to this one either. So then we give her crap.
I'm excited for the one to
Beach?
listen to the new one. Yeah.
Oh, Alyssa went and she had to get some stuff from somebody she knows, but it's there in Muncie where Lucky Rabbit used to be. It's like an esthetician place or whatever.
I think it's where Taylor Howell's at.
Yes. So she walks in and she said she asked what's her name and she said Alyssa, and then she's like, nope, I don't need your last name, and I know you're married to one of them. And then they talked about the podcast. She's never listened to the podcast, and Alyssa said the only time I listen to it is when I'm editing it. That's it.
Wait, her?
Yeah, Alyssa doesn't listen to it either.
Ouch.
She's a terrible person. That's my wife.
Oh, ouch.
Even worse.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yes,
Alyssa,
yes. So
I don't think she gets a shout out today. At
no,
the end,
she might never get a shout out anymore.
unless she listens to it.
No, she ain't. I mean, she does when I edit the video.
Yeah.
She listens to it.
Speaking
She
of the
hears it.
video,
Yep.
hello.
Hi.
If you didn't know, of course, this is on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. It goes everywhere. But we are also on YouTube.
And Veach, I apologize. I'm not going to get your video out in a week. I apologize.
He won't hear this till August 7th. So
That is true.
this will come out August 7th. First day of school. So hopefully the first day of school went well.
Oh, is that this
Wednesdays.
week?
No, next week. Veach's is this week. We're recording this on July 29th. We're just trying to get ahead here.
I see. Yes.
But anyways, YouTube, we're on the Bear With Me podcast. We have a YouTube channel. If you guys would rather watch the podcast, we're all here in our glory. And Mr. Ferguson's room today.
Yeah, I was going to say we changed rooms this
We had
time.
to change rooms. They did some waxing, so we wouldn't have been able to get to it. So
Should have done like a green screen. And
hey, the white.
that's true. I could put
You
something
could put
back
something.
there. Yeah.
Just me going like this.
I'll put one of our pictures that Lissa took.
Yes, yes. Did you see that post I made?
I didn't.
So,
I'll pull it up.
so Adam's wife is also a professional photographer, Refocus Photography.
Yeah.
And we had Kenzie's maternity shoot. She did pictures and stuff. And then Adam and I had our MC stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
Adam and I
that
had
needs to go up back there.
Had our MC stuff, and we created just media pictures, I guess. So that's what I use for the post.
Follow us on Bear With Me Podcast. You'll see all the pictures.
Yep. We have Twitter, Bear With Me Podcast ____. I'm not sure I had to do 3 underscores.
It's a lot of underscores.
And then Bear With Me Podcast on Instagram, and like I said, YouTube. Also,
do you have a Facebook?
We do not.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should create one.
Okay,
I've created 84 social media
I was
platforms.
going to say, you have all the platforms.
The Bear With Me podcast would not be possible without 2 sponsors. So we have Monroe Central Athletic Training. So Shout out
Selfless
Monroe
plug.
Central AT on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. That's what bought all this equipment and everything. And then we have a brand new sponsor, the Stop and Sip in Parker. Rick, have you been there?
I have not, but I've heard it's excellent.
It's
Hey,
fantastic.
you're coming from Muncie, right? So
I am.
There you go.
Turn,
Yeah,
turn down Main Street. And
Great biscuits
so,
and gravy.
yes, the Stop and Sip in Parker City. It's in downtown Parker.
We still need to talk to Jane and Lindsay about our payment of biscuits and gravy.
Free biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
And I did tell them. I went in there
Did
and
you?
told them that they were on the podcast.
Nice.
They were pumped.
Were they pumped? Good.
The Stop and Sip, it's downtown Parker, right before you get to the railroad tracks on the right side. Wonderful biscuits and gravy. They have smoothies. They have iced coffee. Iced coffee's really good.
Iced coffee's great.
Peanut butter mocha is my jam.
That's a great one. Yep.
But Stop and Sip, Jay and Lindsay, thank you.
Small lunch menu as well.
Yes. They have sliders and salads
And wraps, I believe.
yes. Sorry. So shout out to the sponsors that we have and allowing us to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, we ask every guest this, and you've only been here. This will be year 3, but what is your favorite MC memory? And it could be a multitude of things.
Wow. That's kind of tough. I'll tell you, there's been a lot of good moments, but I'll tell you, one of the things that always stood out to me was when I very first started being the voice of the Bears, and the show that you put on where the lights went out and the fog and the light, that was so exciting because, I've announced ever since I've been teaching in some capacity, and I've never seen anything quite like that.
Yes.
And so that still stands out. I look forward to that every single home game.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's a shout out to Chris Landis. I think that maybe he started, or Tillman. We've all kept it going, Josh. So, and I think it's gotten better with like each season. We kind of figure out something else. The handheld spotlights have been a game changer.
The kids love that too.
Yeah. Oh gosh, and like the student section, and I tell you what though, we used to have when AP and I were in school, the band would. It was I don't even know. I assume they created the music,
probably.
but the drums were like real heavy and like
we
were doing the starting lineups and
we had student section.
Yeah.
Biggest, I think we've ever had.
They had
was back when we
which
were
I think
in
Winchester
school.
does it. Like the cheerleaders will go up and they'll have like the ribbons and it says like the
Yeah.
boys' last names.
Yep.
That was
that was cool.
throwback. Shoot, that's been. You've been out next year. It'll be 15 years for this guy.
Yep.
The
11 years.
student section, though, I'll tell you what, that's
it's
still
gotten-
really
it's gotten a lot
exciting.
better.
Yes,
over the years,
it was down for a
thankfully.
few years, and
Yeah.
then it's really gotten. We've had some good
it's gotten
leaders.
a lot better, and then they're good with the theme nights
Yes,
and all
yes.
that too, so that helps. Which that was kind of a thing but not really.
Yeah, the old super fan club.
Yeah.
But what about school wise, Rick? What's been your favorite? I guess. Well, I know that's school related, like classroom, I guess, thing that you've had.
Well, I always enjoy, every year, like I said, I enjoy teaching the biology section, and I do a project called Cell City, and I've adapted that over the years to where the kids don't just do it on a poster. They have some options. So like kids love to play video games. And so one of the options they have, Minecraft is one of the games that they love to play. They can make a cell city inside of Minecraft and things like that and
That's cool.
and present that to me.
Nice.
That I would say stands out the most, some of the creativeness of these kids.
Yeah,
and what
as
they-
I say, you can see definitely creative minds.
Yes, I mean I've seen them use Fortnite, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, I think is the name of it. They really get creative, and I like that they're able to do that. So I look forward to that every year, seeing what they come up with.
That's one I've never done Minecraft.
I haven't either. That's one thing I
Never
haven't
played
done.
it.
I've never played it myself.
Yeah,
so.
no.
You do
I've
any-
seen it.
You do any kind of video games or anything?
I do. I am a gamer. I have an Xbox.
Nice.
Sorry, PlayStation people.
AP has both, so
Yeah,
right?
I have an Xbox, like X or whatever the newer one is, and then I have PlayStation 4,
Okay.
and then like all the older, I have an Atari, a Nintendo. I think
PS2.
I have all the PlayStations except for 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Xbox, it started out with me that way because I was a big time Halo fan. I loved playing Halo.
That's
I
like
had,
the
a lot
OG.
of, I had a lot
yeah.
of buddies that played Halo,
What's
and
your-
that was one of those things that you like back when it came out. The reason to buy an Xbox was 'cause of
Halo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what Matt Thornburg played on. What's your games nowadays?
Call of Duty. I'd play a little bit of Rocket League. Definitely play some Madden.
Rocket League's fun.
Yeah.
Have you played the new NCAA football game yet?
I have not, but I have heard about it.
Rick, you got to get it. It blows Madden out of the water. I like Madden too, but 10 years been waiting on that.
Well, that's actually something, and I don't know if you knew this or not, KP, but I started looking into and working with Mr. Middleton last year. I went to
That's what I was getting at.
I went to a conference and started looking into esports here from Monroe Central.
Yep. See, that's what my segue was going to be.
Well, then
See?
we'll come for your class, and we'll also be part of the East.
Yeah. What, that's what I was going to ask.
Esports.
So I remember Nick saying that, but is there any, I guess, headway?
Is
or
there certain games you have to play for that?
certain
Or?
requirements? And
Well,
stuff?
there's lots of options.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I mean, we were just talking about Rocket League. That's one of the more popular ones
Okay,
that they do in esports.
Yeah.
But they even do like Fortnite and
Heck
some of the
yeah.
other
That's
ones
awesome.
as well.
Yeah.
So game-wise, there wouldn't necessarily be too much restriction. There would be options that I think everybody would like.
Sure.
The hard part is just getting through that initial startup. And I know that MC's already looking at some things with a computer lab and things, and that would be a great start because
Well, we used to have one way back when.
Yep.
But
It gone.
now they have all the laptops
Chromebooks,
Chromebooks.
Yep. So that's kind of where we're at now. One of the things that I'd let Mr. Middleton and Mr. Moulton know is there's lots of grant money out there, and so certainly something that we can look at writing some grants if we really want to go after and pursue, and then. From there, I don't think it would be a matter of student interest. I think there's a lot of student interest in esports.
For sure. Absolutely. Because, I mean, there's, people playing, basketball, the normal sports. But then, I mean, the ones that don't necessarily like that would probably love that, you know, or whatever. But, yeah.
Well, I was shocked. I learned there are colleges that are offering full ride scholarships for esports.
Yes.
And Indiana has one of the leading in the nation colleges. I can't remember exactly which one it was. It's a smaller college, but it offers full rides, and they are leading competitive in the
Time
nation.
to go back to college.
Yeah, yeah.
It's big.
It
I
is.
knew it would be once I started to hear about it.
Heft could have done that for Call of Duty.
There's a couple kids here, I think, that may do it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's what I was getting to that.
That's
See?
cool.
Yeah.
That's
Segue,
awesome.
baby.
Yeah.
Every now and again, I get the. You said that, and I was like, all right, let's build off that to get
Yeah, that's
here.
good.
Because I didn't talk to you about that before, and I kind of forgot. So
that's
I'm
awesome.
glad we did.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that works out, and we get some grants or something like that, and maybe
Yeah.
the next few years. And
I
Get it rolling.
think it's definitely possible. More and more schools are jumping on board. I've actually gotten to see some of the Indiana high schools, their home courts, if you will, their arenas, gaming arenas.
Okay.
And
So-
it's unreal.
Would it be just like basketball, just like scheduling with schools? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, there's competitions that you go to, like with other
some
extracurriculars.
ADs actually schedule there at
That's
like a sport.
awesome. Yeah.
Because there's some ADs that I talk to that do that.
That's why
Be
I wanted
Ready
to-
Beach.
Yep.
Yeah,
Beach,
it's
Be
coming,
Ready.
exactly.
That's
awesome.
I had it in my head. Oh, does Union City have one?
I think they do.
Because I feel like I think it may be right off their gym because I saw like a Union City Esports or something.
That's
That just came to
cool.
my head. But I've seen some like college ones.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
They're
Yeah,
That's
it's
cra-
like
I'll have
dedicated
to look
rooms
some up.
and like the computers, of course, are gaming computers, so they're like
Ready to
legit.
go, yeah.
And it's cool.
Well, and believe it or not, like even if you're not a gamer, there's way more kids involved because what they do typically, you have your competitors in terms of the ones that are doing the gaming, but then you have a whole nother team that does the live feeds, the video recording, the voiceovers, the
that'd be
sports
cool
casting.
to get into like
See,
because
that's
then you
what-
could take that into college for
Telemarketing and stuff.
yeah.
I've always, like some schools have like their own network and stuff. And I thought about that too. Like that could also transition into athletics or graduation or something like you know to actually be able to live stream stuff. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd
we
be
have
huge.
NFHS network, but to have like actual kids like Kiss TV and Westell does their own and Eastern Hancock, but lots of possibilities with this.
cool. Oh,
I'm
yes,
excited to
lots.
see it. I think the next couple of years, I think we may hopefully have a little thing here, but it's fun. It's gonna be fun. Be good. I had a question on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it.
Tip of the tongue, the
Tip
teeth,
to
and
the lips. Movie quote. Hey, movie quote. Yeah. Rick, we asked Veach this in the last one. What is the top 3 movies, would you say? What's your order?
Well, that's a tough question.
See,
It's so hard.
Yes.
Man.
It's so
Or
hard.
top few. I mean, top how many?
Yeah. I could only do my top 2. They're tied for 1.
Well, believe it or not, I'm actually pretty excited right now because one of my all-time favorite movies that I still go back to and watch, usually once or twice a year, is the movie Twister. And now they've got that new Twisters movie. So, yeah.
Sorry. We got some feedback
was
in
a
our,
feedback
in
or
our
something.
headphones from.
See, I was just talking about that. I don't know if I've ever fully watched the original.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. I think I've watched
Is that
bits
out?
and pieces of it.
It is. It's
Okay.
in theaters right now.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. 'Cause is it based off of?
I think it is. It's kind of a spin-off of the original, but better graphics.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, more up to
Because
date.
it's Twisters.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Green screen. Or green screen.
CGI.
CGI's got a lot better.
Yeah.
But I will say the other movie that is absolutely, I don't know that there's anything that can beat it for me, and that'd be Field of Dreams.
Yes.
That's great movie.
Can I have a catch? I like that.
I thought that.
No, we watched that a lot in our childhood.
Yep.
We said ours last week. I think I did Sandlot's number 1, Greatest Showman, and National Treasure are my top 3.
Oh, all right.
I said mine was Sandlot and Breakfast Club are tied for first.
We
And then I have an outrageous
Multitude.
amount of sports movies. Probably that just goes second. Like Field of Dreams, Remember the Titans.
We just
all those.
had
Yeah,
Reese.
I remember the Titans would
Yes.
be up there in
Classic.
the top for me,
Yep.
too.
I actually watched that the other day after we talked about it on the podcast.
We watched National Treasure 2 with Reese.
She loved it.
Yesterday.
She loved it.
She enjoyed it.
Good.
We watched Encanto, Disney movie.
That's a great movie.
Great movie. First of all, Reese was just locked in. But she doesn't watch, but we don't.
Right.
She doesn't watch TV or movies very much, but
Right.
locked in.
That's a great movie.
Yes. Rick, we're actually AP's got to get back to.
I'm on lunch break.
Yeah, he's on lunch break, so he's got to get going back to that. But Rick, we always end the podcast with shout outs. So is there anybody special you'd like to shout out in this podcast?
I've got to give a shout out to the entire girls JV and varsity volleyball team.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to a great season with you guys, and I hope it's a lot of fun.
We'll have to come watch.
Yes.
And bring some memories.
I'll be there.
So that's
Well, yeah,
that's
you'll
my
be-
shout out for sure.
I'll
to
have
the
to
whole
come
team.
watch.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick.
I haven't
AP?
been to a volleyball game in a while. I'm not shouting out Alyssa because she doesn't watch. Or listen. I'll shout out that feedback. I'm gonna shout the feedback. No, I'm gonna shout out. I'm gonna shout out Becky because we became Facebook friends yesterday.
Oh,
yeah,
big move.
yeah. I didn't realize I was, and she commented or liked something that Lissa did, and I was like, I clicked on her. I was like, we're not even friends, so I'll shout out Becky.
So now you're official friends.
Now we're official friends. Yep.
Usual Kinsey, Reese, and Star.
Does she listen?
As far as I know,
I doubt
think-
it.
And now she's got a half-hour drive. So
She probably doesn't like it.
Well, we'll
She
see.
probably doesn't listen. Reese listens.
yeah, Kinsey, please tell me if you listen to this podcast.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
And then I'll also shout out. You shout out Becky. I'll shout out Brooke.
Okay.
Brooke's my shout
Yep.
out.
Yep.
Best treasure in the land.
Yep. Absolutely.
And great friend. Well, Rick, we always end the podcast with a big Go Bears.
All right.
We look in the camera
Okay.
here, and after 3, we'll do the Go Bears. And thanks for being on here. And,
Thanks for having me.
Looking forward to a great volleyball season, great science year
Science,
as we
absolutely.
go, and
Yep.
we'll go from there. All right.
Cool.
1, 2, 3.
Go Bears!